आज भी 70 साल के बाद मुझे पाकिस्तानी कहकर पुकारा जाता है। अब तो हम तिरंगा भी नहीं लहरा सकते। मैं हुकूमत से पूछना चाहता हूं कि क्या आप ऐसा कानून बनाएंगे, ऐसा कानून बनाइए जिस तरह SC SCs को बनाया गया कि जो कोई भी हिंदुस्तान में किसी मुसलमान को पाकिस्तानी पुकारेगा उसको नॉन बेलेबल बनाएंगे।
Outspoken, popular, controversial. Asaduddin Owaisi is one of the most influential Muslim voices in modern Indian politics. Here's a look at his journey from fast bowler to four-time MP through a series of rare interviews.
I am the biggest sufferer of this fascism. I lost my masjid. I lost my people in the riots of 92 and 93. You know, every bomb blast, I am being put to prison. I have been called a terrorist. What have they lost?
No, because you see...
No, what have they lost?
Asaduddin Owaisi was born on May 13, 1969 in Hyderabad to a political family. His grandfather relaunched the AIMIM and his father was a six-time MP. As a young boy, Owaisi was a promising fast bowler. He earned his BA from Osmania University and went to London to earn his law degree. As soon as he returned to India, the 25-year-old plunged into electoral politics. He contested the 1994 Andhra Pradesh Assembly elections and was the only AIMIM candidate to win. He earned a reputation as a hothead when in 1998 he spent 45 days in jail for attacking a police station during a protest. After his release, he won the 1999 Andhra elections and the party improved its tally to 4. In 2004, his father Sultan Salahuddin Owaisi stepped down from the family bastion of Hyderabad citing ill health. It was a seat the AIMIM had held since 1984 and the stakes were high for Owaisi. He proved he was a worthy successor by winning it in the 2004 Lok Sabha elections, and the Owaisi clan strengthened its hold over Hyderabad. He and his younger brother Akbaruddin came to be known as Bade Sharwani and Chote Sharwani.
Come to Hyderabad, see the kind of work which we are doing. We are running 2 hospitals, each having 50 beds. The majority of doctors are not Muslims. Come and see my engineering college, my cooperative bank, and see who's benefiting from there.
Owaisi took over as party president when his father passed away in 2008 and, like his grandfather, was keen to give the party a new lease of life.
Our political party, of which I am the president, we were never against any religion, nor are we against any religion. Our fight is within the 4 walls of the Indian Constitution.
Yes.
Our political fight, which
Yes.
is a political party, is for equal opportunities, whether in the political representation or in the economic field or in the social field.
Owaisi was the only AIMIM MP in the Lok Sabha, but didn't waste any time to make sure the party's voice was heard loud and clear on the national front. He made that very obvious during the debate over the 2008 US nuclear deal.
That this qanaat that is being spread, that Muslims are against this deal, I would like to know why didn't the Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh, the left front people say that the Hindus are against this deal, the Dalits are for this deal, why only Muslims are being targeted over here? Why is it that we are being put on the spot over here?
With that said, Owaisi put his weight behind UPA, which eventually won the no-confidence motion.
But one thing is for sure, we wouldn't like Mr. Advani becoming the Prime Minister of this country. That is for sure. And to ensure that that does not happen, of course, we will go to any political limit.
Owaisi's outspokenness seemed to pay off in the 2009 general elections. He won the Hyderabad seat by a margin of over 1 lakh votes. The party's strength grew in the Andhra Assembly, rising to 7 from 5. But the rise wasn't without controversy. Owaisi was arrested for allegedly assaulting a TDP polling agent, but was released on bail. This was the second time he was booked for assault, after the first case in 2005. Undeterred, Owaisi continued to build a reputation as a fierce parliamentarian.
And there's a conceptual problem in this bill, sir. That is, it starts on the premise that not only the members of the August House, but also the Prime Minister is corrupt. Do we want such a scenario? Because today it is Dr. Manmohan Singh. Power is not eternal. Today it is Manmohan Singh. I'm sure a young man is going to replace him in Congress party. I hope that maybe the NDA can come into power. We cannot stop that. But it is for the ruling party to see behind all these things that whose hands you are tying, and whether what will be the respect which a Prime Minister commands after this bill becomes a law.
In 2012, he withdrew support to the Congress in the state and centre over the renovation of a temple in Charminar. His popularity kept growing and he was awarded the Sansad Ratna for his contribution to parliament. But the biggest test of his credibility came in 2013 when his brother Akbaruddin threatened mass Hindu genocide.
The hate speech made by Andhra MLA Akbaruddin Owaisi. His brother and MP Asaduddin Owaisi said his brother will surrender before law.
अकबरुद्दीन ओवैसी आएंगे, कानून को अपने आप को हवाले करेंगे.
As calls grew for his brother's arrest, Owaisi grew increasingly defensive.
The kind of statement he has made is clearly violative of section 153A.
Are you the judge of the court over there to pronounce your judgment, your lordship?
I'm not.
I mean, from tomorrow we should address you. No, from tomorrow we should address you as Lord Rajdeep Sardesai, His Honor.
No.
I mean, for God's sake,
No.
how can you?
I'm
how
not
can
playing
you
judge,
sit
sir.
there? No,
I'm not playing
sorry.
judge.
I am sorry. You are trying to prejudice. You are trying to be very biased over there. You are making a legal announcement from your studio which you have no right.
Despite Akbaruddin's 40-day stint in jail, Owaisi managed to swim against the 2014 Modi wave, winning the Hyderabad Lok Sabha seat for the third time. In the Andhra elections, the party fought without an alliance for the first time since 1984 and held on to its 7-seat tally, proving that Owaisi's popularity was keeping the party in good stead.
मैंने सुना तुम क्या बोले तो ये भी यूट्यूब पे आ जाएगा. मैंने सुना तुम क्या बोले और तुम बोलो मेरे को नहीं मालूम. Only 3 minutes now.
Owaisi did not confine himself to the Andhra Telangana region. The AIMIM contested the 2014 Maharashtra polls and won 2 seats. This spurred Owaisi to enter the fray in the 2015 Bihar elections, where AIMIM contested from 6 seats. Although the party failed to win any of them, it established Owaisi as one who was not afraid to upset the political status quo. And it would seem, the social status quo as well, as he went on to make controversial statements, like saying that every child was born a Muslim.
ये मेरा बिलीफ सिस्टम मैं बोल रहा हूँ. आपको पूरा राइट है मुझसे डिसएग्री करने का. आप डिसएग्री करिए. ये डेमोक्रेसी है, ये फ्रीडम ऑफ एक्सप्रेशन है. दिस इज योर राइट. मैं कैसा आपको रोक सकता हूँ? मगर मैं तो डरा नहीं रहा हूँ ना आपको. मैं थ्रेटन नहीं कर रहा हूँ आपको. मैं धोखा देकर आपको पैसों का लालच देकर या फिर आपसे ये नहीं कह रहा हूँ कि भाई मेरे स्कूल में या आपके स्कूल में आपको इस्लामिक फोटोज लगाना है.
A few months later, he was in the news again, this time for alleging that Yaqub Memon was hanged because he was a Muslim.
बलवंत सिंह रजौना सिटिंग चीफ मिनिस्टर को मार दिया. पंजाब के असेंबली में रेजोल्यूशन पास हुआ, तमिलनाडु के असेंबली में रेजोल्यूशन पास हुआ. अरे जब फांसी देना है तो सबको दो, मजहब के नाम पर तफरका मत पैदा करो.
कि जो राष्ट्र का सम्मान नहीं कर सकते, राष्ट्रीय ध्वज का सम्मान नहीं कर सकते, भारत के संविधान का सम्मान नहीं कर सकते, यहाँ की न्यायपालिका का सम्मान नहीं कर सकते, ऐसे लोगों को हिंदुस्तान में रहने का अधिकार नहीं है. रास्ता खुला हुआ पाकिस्तान जा सकते हैं.
Owaisi positioned himself as the savior of Indian Muslims and earned the title Naqib-e-Millat, or leader of the community.
The Honorable Home Minister talked about secularism. I want to know from him, Madam Speaker, are the statements given by his own ministers that if you want to eat beef, go to Pakistan? Yes. Does he believe in yogic farming? Does he believe that Quran and Bible are not the soul of this country? Does he believe what the Haryana CM has said? Madam, what is secularism? What is secularism? Let them define.
Many then began to compare his influence on the Muslim community to that of Jinnahs in pre-partition India, something his vociferously decried.
Asaduddin Owaisi's forefathers rejected the two-nation theory of Mr. Jinnah. We believed in the Indian Constitution, and we still believe, and inshallah will continue to believe. Our fight is against organizations like RSS who believe that Muslims and Christians cannot be called as Indian, cannot be called as nationalists so long as they practice the religion.
As both the BJP and Congress condemned him for his comments, Owaisi lashed out.
I was part of UPA for 8 years, so what was I then? As a holy cow. And now I've become a pariah now. What is this? I mean, are these political parties running in a shop of notary wherein you give a stamp to me, I become a secular, if I support them, and if I oppose them, I become communal?
In 2016, he won praise for this powerful speech attacking the ISIS.
दाइश झूठ है, ये मुजरिमों की फौज है, उसका नाम निहाल खलीफा और उसकी फौज जहन्नम के कुत्ते हैं।
But he was soon attacked for saying he would not chant Bharat Mata Ki Jai.
हम पूछना चाहते हैं आरएसएस के मोहन भागवत साहब से कि उन्होंने नागपुर में कहा कि मुल्क में ऐसे लोग हैं जो नारा नहीं लगाते भारत माता की जय का, उनको सिखाना पड़ेगा। मोहन भागवत साहब, मैं नहीं लगाता नारा, क्या करते आप? नहीं बोलता मैं, मेरे गले में छुरी भी रख देंगे तो नहीं बोलूंगा मैं।
It created a massive controversy and was even raised in the Rajya Sabha.
उन्होंने ये कहा कि वो भारत माता की जय नहीं कहना, नहीं कहना, इसलिए कि संविधान उन्हें नहीं कहता, संविधान तो उन्हें शेरवानी पहनने को भी नहीं कहता और टोपी लगाने को भी नहीं कहता। मैं ये जानने में इंटरेस्टेड नहीं हूं कि भारत माता की जय कहना मेरा कर्तव्य है कि नहीं, ये मैं जानना भी नहीं चाहता, इसलिए कि ये मेरा कर्तव्य नहीं, मेरा अधिकार है।
Things escalated to a level where a BJP leader offered a bounty of 1 crore rupees for Owaisi's tongue.
I'm not a court jester of some Hindutva court wherein I have to dance and jump to the tune and make them happy. I am here to fight for my constitutional rights, and my constitution gives me this right to say what I have just said. I will continue to say it.
In 2016, he was arrested for attacking Telangana Congress workers and was later granted bail. But nothing seemed to slow Owaisi down.
500 रुपये, 1000 रुपये और मजाक उड़ा रहे मिस्टर मोदी। हिंदुस्तान के प्राइम मिनिस्टर है या कॉमेडी शो के एक्टर है? जापान में बैठ के बोल रहे 8 तारीख को 8 बजे 500 रुपये कैश।
In 2017, AIMIM decided to take a shot at the Uttar Pradesh elections, but couldn't win a single seat. It was also the year that hot-button issues like the Ram Mandir and Triple Talaq became center stage, and Owaisi quickly became its most vocal critic.
आखिर में मैं हिंदू भी हूँ और मुझे लगता है कि कोई विदेश से आता है यहाँ और मस्जिद मंदिर तोड़ देता है, उसमें मस्जिद बना देता है। मस्जिद ऐसी चीज़ है कहीं भी बन सकती है और नमाज पढ़ने का जगह है और दूसरी जगह में बना ले।
अखंड भारत में अफगानिस्तान आता नहीं आता सर?
अखंड भारत में
अफगानिस्तान आता है ना, तो फिर बाबर वहीं से आया ना, वो कहाँ का इन्वेडर हो गया? मेरा बोलना है कि इसको मस्जिद मंदिर मत देखिए, ये एक इंसाफ का इशू है, ये इंसाफ का इशू है। अगर आप एक क्रिमिनल एक्शन को रिवॉर्ड करेंगे तो याद रखिए हम एक नया प्रेसिडेंट क्रिएट करेंगे। मैडम, दिस बिल इफ इट इज पास will be an injustice to Muslim women, will lead to abandonment of Muslim women. What the bill is required is to make a law wherein 20 lakh women who are abandoned by married people who do not belong to Muslim community, which also includes our Bhabi in Gujarat, should be given justice, madam.
This led to protests against him, but Owaisi remained unfazed.
एक तलाक मोदी को, एक तलाक अखिलेश को, एक तलाक कांग्रेस को, 3 तलाक।
He surprised many with his liberal side, championing the use of Hajj subsidy to be used for female education instead.
This amount, which is now this year, it is 450 crores. This should be utilized for Muslim girls' education. The literacy rates of 2011 are out. The lowest literacy rate are of Muslims, and within the female, it is a Muslim woman. So why should taxpayers' money be used to spend on any religious activity of any religion? Let that be used for constructive things.
He tied up with the TRS in the 2018 Telangana elections, and the alliance won 95 of 119 seats. Even though AIMIM had only one MP, it became clear that political rivals viewed Owaisi as a major threat for the 2019 general elections.
कोई भी सरकार बने लेकिन वे हमारे पास घुटने टेकेंगे, इन सबको निजाम की तर्ज पर भागने के लिए मजबूर होना पड़ेगा।
Owaisi held on to the Hyderabad Lok Sabha seat, and a few months later, when the contentious Citizenship Amendment Bill was introduced, he took the lead in literally ripping it to shreds.
ये हिंदुस्तान के संविधान के खिलाफ है और ये उन लोगों की तौहीन है जिन्होंने इस मुल्क को आजाद करवाया तो सन 57 की जंग आजादी हो या 1910 में। महात्मा गांधी कैसे महात्मा बने मालूम मैडम? उन्होंने साउथ अफ्रीका के नेशनल रजिस्टर कार्ड को फाड़ दिया था, जला दिया था। इसीलिए जब महात्मा ने फाड़ा, मैं इस बिल को फाड़ता हूं। ये हिंदुस्तान को तोड़ने की कोशिश कर रहा है।
Over the years, Owaisi has deeply polarized people around him, often drawing comparisons to the late Balsab Thackeray, something his nephew clearly doesn't seem to like. His followers look to him as a fearless leader who isn't afraid to take anyone on. while his detractors called him an opportunist who was exploiting the vulnerable for political gain. Owaisi's steady political journey, bold speech-making, and fearless representation of his community has propelled his party, the AIMIM, as a force to reckon with. And neither controversies, criticisms, nor political fire have come in the way of him becoming the most prominent Muslim voice in the country. Most political observers would now be keen to see how he will expand his popularity for a larger political role in national politics.